This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV so enie yama munyina akwaba. Na Kevin Taylor kasa de afa demonstration a yemianom aye Roman folk oye. Roman fathers, Roman sisters ne womo keka ho Roman asafo ni nyina na Christopher de omhugu monten so ko ye kire against galamsey. And ose oye kire ne ye fe to the extent say ni agye ho na obo asofo na baso e wo de amaye no say nyina ye press into galamsey. Wo kai say na po e be kan sem bi say Jomahama breso no ne ayi malamfo bi ene asofo bi nenam ene omo kire tumu Muslim ko bi kire se na pombra bontembe pachawo anya sa eja omo de betua na to no bedu no ho adia Kevin Taylor ye no na po wata se mo kra no be ho na put da Kevin ayana na we be ho what I say na easy enso be ka say notice of pool na we say come print na mistake bi e ba ye ewo papers ni edin bi hunti ena wo mo atwentwen so Kevin Taylor say so dia o pie wi ayen o pen DC fo wi omo koti kwan bia pesa of faso bia o pesa of na wi ayen DC fo yente Kevin
na de bia mka kire Ghana for say Onyankopon. And I really want to say fight against galamsey. Church service is over. The prayer walk against galamsey begins. Eye yenuanom e Christopher a omuye eye den Roman for and omu nyina ebo omu homodin na omu ti omu hugu krum and omuye oye kire kese a omu wie de omu petition ekoma eye den ekoma President of the Republic Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na o hye enije odosronko a yenuanom a omuye eye den Roman for omu won kran ekire ene onyum omu toye ahobrasie mu bibia ekoso kese de ka nyina esisi pepepe o hye odo wa o hye sibia omu demonstration na efe nyina ye ni aso sofo eyi Roman father ba ko abodak ne ho ya mefe pa sibia omu de tinwe fu o ye mistake obeka so Pentecost ni ba o Roman ni o hye sibia omu de demonstration efe a eda form obia na obi enya gidigidi bia ntokwa bi ensi omu si de rosary no e ma chese Mary Nyankopon ne na Maria kronkron chese omu kan ni nyina Roman sa nyome nyina inim ai mu Mary adoma shawma Nyankopon ne na e ho no kakra na mpesa nka mu change no because I say we di Nyankopon atam e dey say obi ka say wo na e wo fantima we du maame atam nti sa type na yes say me Anglican ni na me nana e Roman ni na me nyini wa Anglican mu nti mu Maria osro onjo Maria kronkron bebia na ha me wosa aye line me Nyankopon ne na ade say mu di Nyankopon atam ho no na infantikasa na kasa bia wo kasa na say ya nhwe wanim ene o gestures a yebadwin say bia wo kasa tia obi nti bia obi gina bebi na o kasa asem na wadwe be say ade na brantie edi eye Nyankopon atam so Maria kronkron Nyankopon ne na ho no de nke yifiri mu a ebia Nyankopon ne maame na ehu se mu afu kakra nti ende de si ye ni nyina no me bese me kache eye Roman fo nyina se moya de akra Roman fo de moye omu wie bibia kwa sorry dem eko stress bia eye de omaye no eda Onyankopon ase e obibia mu rabbis nti enuanom Roman fo ende de Kevin Taylor ba maboma baso na demonstration amaye no de mpese me kan se moya de mo so ma kire se Ghana ho do no ehia mo ya sorry mo won kran ya mo pese mo boa de pese me kan nyina nse de mo kan nyina petition amuri nyina enko bebia me de mo Roman for Anglican for Methodist for mo nyina munime me honest guy enko bebia ayo exercise keke na mo ye ni para mo de petition ko ba mo no omumo ene de me man kan kire na me boa de mo ye de na efe peaceful a kire se mo do Ghana Pastor ne eye father no ka say our prayer is that God will touch the heart of the people. Which people? Father, which people? God will touch the heart of the devil. Dia mo ye na efe eboa enko bebia Akufo-Addo does not care. And omabusuafo emisi impenifo mo aban mu kura nka ho asem ehia omo me ya say me catch them say enko bebia but enko bebia ene me ya uhuma me fo impenifo enkwara sofo impenifo a omo Ghana asem hia omo enko bebia ndwumakuo mo Ghana nyina maamefo enkokora impenifo omo di 40 50 60 omo kura nko de moto omo so omo nye omo se strike de kura omo nye omo TUC fo no se de yanka so omo mba abronten be nanti se yo se omo ntena dwumem ma omo nye dwuma omo se no omo nye inti Roman fo amo akra omo se mo tie ase se emfa yaka enenye se bia metai Roma sorry na ewo akra no ana Roma sorry no hwese mo ba be eye demonstration mo am colleagues omo kumase omo so omo mpene ma mo nye inti ade no ye ntu aban we yankwase se mekoso no enye yi the people we are supposed to pray for their heart to be touched no enye these demons oh they don't care oh they also catch asore man say your Bible crampo no ye tu bunsam ana ye tu honhomboni afidi mu a edu sometime ye hwe na sum if is a honhomboni bi wo omo stubborn omo togolese kotoko inti I was say ye the force sometimes no I was say ye catch ye nkofo no ye to abati aban no because sebio Roman fo a mo won kran mo ye demonstration we senkanya aban na anya senye leadership na anya anka mo be on the streets to demonstrate no when was the last time Asorika say ye be kwa abontina koye o ye kire atia bibi it means say eye mampanyina na wo ho ansa na mampanyini we ba no na edwuma odi no eso ani enti na yan hu Romanfo bi say omo ne nanam akra kwan so eye demonstration no so it clearly tells you and I say the leadership na one den enye enti o say ka kire ya asore ba mu di echi say muntuntia eye de aban we that's all. Because what will make a church decide to demonstrate? It is only when the leadership is bad. Send your Roma sorry nim na ni pebi e problem wo asori na mu mu onkran na sofo no e convince ni sebio enye so me ya ka asem na sofo no oye de bia enye oni nkofo yere no deda obu asori sika fa so a na se asori no e sorry so mbe sorry agina etia pastor na then it means say asori no emma na hu bibia enye nipa na odi asori de nim no or nipa bia ondwini asori no ho. So if we are in church and we can hold leaders accountable, so Roman sorry them na say betume hold your father accountable, you betume hold the leadership accountable. Say asori we asori a wo say penyini di anim enti na ye wo archbishop enti na ye wo we enti say to me holding nkofo accountable in church. Why can't we hold the president and the vice president accountable? Because Ghana is basically the church and the people in that church, you know, ye president so only anim. The same way ye father will Roma sorry them say only ede esuan for anase a Christopher enim. And this be being koye wa Ghana ha. What do? We need to tell sorry for the say e nipa na odi Ghana sorry nenim no ono na entutu nyoma ye a ama insuo ni asɛn ono na entutu nyoma ye a ama sikasɛm asɛn ono na entutu nyoma ye a ana ama krono akoso ono na entutu nyoma ye a ama Ghana for ɛho kyerɛ mo enti saa penyini a odi Ghana ɛyɛ asɔre nenim no yɛmpam no. The same thing applies to ɛyɛ asɔre. So I don't even understand why we are demonstrating. Sorry. We need to tell our congregants. Omo mudi echi ewa sorry ne. Yani asofo no se sebio ye pese di do krekere mo a e wo se ka kire mo se senya me yesofo gira mo anim ya me ye nyoma enya mo beka se yenyi mi mfiri ha no. Saa na president odi anim no. Se wentuma bɔ no homodin ama nyoma anko se bia e wo se kwa e wo se me ka kire no otutia no eno ano no. Let's stop the rabbi Mo Mary. At the end of the day, no, sir, president not no on he does not care because we are failing to tackle the issue. We are failing to speak to the facts. I really respect what happened today, but me didn't catch them a waste of time because like a president not no, if they were willing to even make a move to listen to you. Adie we see na na dodan kwekufo ado enhia Ghana ni bia one on one entoto na no enkyere de won adwene mu efa ho. No, it means ombumo because if a Kufuado respects the Ghanaian odi to me man anka galamsey adie we ba ya odi the presidency to so a efeli no anka se obegina Ghana fo anim enya on TV live baby a obi a betube share na webu nkotodwa pa ye chew say he said this, he could not do it and that he apologizes. Because onyankopon na ye ne e Christopher edi ne ye som no say offend onyankopon na ye bre ho aseko ne mkotodje nim eden pa ne chew. So president has to meet us, but conversation when you know, have you heard the president meet Ghana for physically to speak on the galam? Said no, because Ghana for more sorry, more for Jimmy. Into this, without due respect, I respect it by Gubibia. Without due respect, I really respect what you guys did. Pastor, I respect your leadership skills and your commitment. The church people were enthusiastic about their work. The petition basically went to the Jubilee House. Okpo, Tortoise, Jimmy Fornum, Omo Jubilee House, Jubilee House, Achechidi Kufuado and Ejusian for Omo Jiminti Enya Diomu Betie, Jubilee House, Amam 40 Gantem, Amam 40 wheelchair. Father, I don't know. Amen. Mama nyina ntunti omo eno kwa na de ade papa beba asa. That is the only option. Bible yemfe bi nka ho ne nyi bi mfrim. And rabbis and won't jinsem na wo keka no ni ma kohwe ni o. Na ya sori ne nyina de ho bagi mu. Ni ma ko. Eni ma ko. Hwe ni ye na wo wanchiro. Hwe ni ye na one chiro. All right, now the next story, no, and Friday, and let's deal with some videos. We hear MPP Adebi Omoye. It's getting out of hand. Okay, Adia NPP, yeah. This is NPP Tolon constituency. Sa Tolon constituency, no, and when you say I could be a friend Habib Mukai, Cronphobia or your ex-convict Australia na waba Tolon Cronubia, Cronphobia na nche. Or your MPP MP. Yes, on a deputy whip our parliament. Mokai. Sakwano. And when you watch things like these, a party in government, and this is the party Omokache Ghana for say, Monsanto Abamaye. This alone is a crime. Ojinani pem no chiska. And you ask yourself, Inti, what about constituency? Bekandi waya momu no munjina so ento abamawo. And your software, your imam for your mpenifo mo hwe sa anyoma we nyina o. So how did we get here? And you tell me say this person no yakojina sorry dem ayese mbom pa yema ye MP kwasia we. Tolon MP we oya kronfo. He has been a thief a long time. And what the way a MPP lower your politics in Ghana. Like for a fact, so politicians they share money, but hardly did you see politicians are so bold to commit crime in public. Like Bawumia and the MPP way, they are making it look like says I see Jimmy. I see we don't even have the moral right to even speak on anything again. I have to say they don't respect anybody. The way they are throwing money around, they are calling people to watch them display opulence, like pure disrespect in the faces of Ghanaians. Abra, right now, no, and he cannot sit these people down to tell them, say, jail. Tolon constituency, this is what I have been able to bring. But we're making sure that the youth they did not give them jobs, they did not create opportunity for them. So the best thing to do now is to do what? The best thing to do now is to do what? Is to just feed them like chicken. So 5 cities, 100 Ghana. Wabe wian sika every parliament. And oda ko jina the constitution or sika se monjina montomame. Na kwasia we dey na kire soko parliament or the papa bi bebe. And there are people in the constituency omo here development, omo here schools, omo here super, omo here hospitals, omo here nyoma ebe bomo. This fool has been in power for 8 years on far kotredua empire. But suddenly kwasia we nye sika ba begina constituency was a youth in saline. No be ambeje cash. And we sit and we look on for this to go on. and the Benyan Penny-4 or Tolong and Maquasia way also a MP Nabebuto when him say, oh, where dear Yabon Payama, Koneko Winnie, Uncle Winnie, quiet ding. Uncle Winnie, quiet ding. And this is what they have been doing. Like right now, no, Bawumia recently. You see, Chief Imam here program bia. Na omo air prayers. Okay, recently, what's the name of that program? Mr. P, give me that name. Recently. And then your MPs didn't go, Bawumia does it. Recently, Omo Adebu of Adama, I think Chief Imam. Every year, the Muslims come together to recite the Quran or something like that. Mekaisa last year, Mahama Kobi, right? And when Bawumia intima recite Quran, John Mahama recite Quran na Obia Behun say, sana Bawumia or you preku unti Quran na kra ontiasie. Sibia otena se kra bompae no inkremofo ni nemu Bawumia onye nkremoni. And Mulit, so thank you very much. You see Mulit. And recently, this year's Mulit, no, no Chief Imam. I think and Fadama. And behind the scenes, Mahamudu Bawumia, because say chrono any corruption they see everybody to be a fool. No, see what they did before Bawumia bano. Konse sankremophobia yimpreko mon kanokore. Tie. Kremoni bia okanokora on yimpreko no. On jisika enkotena eye baby a yesum Allah. Enka say I am pretending to worship Allah. Sankremoni no. Nyankopon Allah nim no se eku ne totwene ne de ne ma preko wi. Sankremoni ko jisika say me ko baby a yesum eye de Allah to do something. You see, it is the motive. So ujisika every politician ho say motive ni say baby a wo kwa yekoye nyame ade yekoye Allah ade say what jisika ana wo motive bia wo de ko ho enya motive eye about Allah sa ade na wo de ko ho no say Quran ne Allah etia. Into technically, you are trying to tell Allah say ono nim de oye. You are basically a hypocrite before Allah. Every single place assuring pedi for whether Christian or Muslim, in the name of Allah, the presence of Allah is there. It is a you need to have that clear conscience. You need to understand the say, oh kwaye asori, oh kwaye inshemwa efa Allah hwa. And intina so obi kwaye juma, and also obi kwaye asori as a Muslim. It is very important to say, no matter what you are doing, you have to leave it behind. It could be said, without due respect, ebia ubewu, ebia uyirewu, but say imredu do say okoba mpaya. Your full concentration should be on Allah. Your full concentration should be on the interaction between you and Allah. And anything as oh yeah Juma, and I say oh yes Salah, and Juma. Your concentration should be on the preparation. We study the 5 pillars of Islam. You understand the preparation from the time Obeti said there's a call for you to go and do the preparation. What you are doing from the beginning of time about pick ubuta. Say oko sansio akoro nsa ohoro nase ahoro ho ansa na okohye Allah nedin komono. That preparation is part of your cleansing for Allah to understand or to see you. And even in you preparing yourself before you enter the mosque, if you are not able to follow and pay attention and concentrate on the preparation, you have already lost the favor of Allah. Unless you you have already lost the favor of Allah, because you have not wholeheartedly decided to make Allah your focus. Because in religion, the focus should be on one thing. Especially when it comes to incremosomono, the moment you decide to say ube wura eye masalachi, ube kwa eye juma, ube kwa asore, you need to understand to say sebio uba ne uda onaso kwa kaso obe asore, then you need to be prepared emotionally, spiritually. You need to have your full concentration on Allah, because that is what you need to understand to say eho ena sebio okra etie. Allah talks to the soul. Allah does not talk to human flesh. It is when your soul, so krano, is not ready to accept the principles of Allah. It means whatever you are doing before Allah, you are trying to cheat Allah. And Allah is the beginning and Allah is the end. He is the Alpha and Omega. He is the omnipotent. Allah grants us favor every single step. It is when man decide to think say he is smarter or she is smarter than Allah, you will die and pigs in preku and the berionam. It mulid in a This is what Mahmoud Bawumia and MPP for a year. What they did was that they gathered in Kremophobia, Kremophobia papa. In Kremufo amunti osomnase in Kremufo a sebio ome munafiki in Kremufo a omu yiprekwa amunti osomnase no e ka kire omo se Bawumia ba osomnase na Bawumia mba na oba osomnase no moma Bawumia mba no enye mo priority na enye de mo ye no because sa osom na mo ye no mo lead na mo ye no it is because of Allah enye because of chief imam. And yet because of the people sitting there. People meet to do that because of Allah. It is to praise and worship Allah. In the name of Allah, when we meet, men should not be the focus. It is a okotnaho. No, because I say, me mawakotna baby say because of nipa dasenia oba wanted to say what, then you have committed the biggest crime on earth and before Allah. Now, be a democracy. Entine kufuado any Bawumia banwe is still existing. Hey, and can democracy and can kufuwi. And those times and because this goes to the core of Islam. It disrespects Islam. It makes people who want the opportunity to speak ill of Islam. No, these are some of the things a mom with the opportunity to speak ill of Islam. Obi pese odin kremusoma tema sa nyoma we bi na oye nipa na say actions and gestures and especially your intentions is to bring the flamboyance or to bring the supremacy of Allah down. You will have to go under the soil because Allah is the supreme being. And intina so be jina we nim catch will say oh ko baby Allah nti yesia because remember yesia because of Allah enye nipa nti na nipa da se ni bi ba momfan to man se form mo man kire se onu ntina mo ho a you don't deserve to live or live on this planet. Allah a creature, you don't deserve to live, you deserve to die. And my catch them with the be say because of democracy. Because of democracy, and there are so many things so many people around the world are getting away with. So many things Bawumia Kufuado, their government, they are getting away with. And some time here, and Kasadi we can see because these faces are not supposed to even live among Muslims. These faces are not supposed to even come close to any mosque to say we are going to join our brothers and sisters to worship Allah because your heart. Your intentions shows that you have a disconnect with Allah. You are there for business. You can kill a fellow Muslim. You can lie to a fellow Muslim. You can mislead a fellow Muslim to hell, all because of your actions. And when Allah, who created us in his own image, has every right to make sure, say, the creatures worship him. If you distract, if you try to cut that connection between Allah and his creature, his creationer, you become an enemy to Allah. So that moment that they were going to meet there, they were going to meet in the name of Allah. And that, for all you know, that was the day that Allah was ready to receive prayers. You don't go in there to cut that connection between men and Allah. Because no man knows when Allah listens to us. Your bumpire and into the Bible no cracker say pray without ceasing. Because ye nim ada onyankopon be bie erede na nsem aka say me bawe and then nkomo na asem automat koma so. And whenever you are a Muslim and now you are a Christian, it is important you continuously pray because you don't know when Allah will hear you. Allah listens to every single person. Say the pe and Allah pa and the pen and saka, but only Jah knows what man can handle and what man deserves. And intina dear hiano at the right time no Allah demaye. At the age of 24, we were supposed to be billionaires, but Allah knows at that moment this is how we mawa onka esubitwa. You have gone through life, seen things, and understand. In the answer, only billionaire at the age of 60, you have seen things and you understand why that money is with you. Until we need as humans. And Bawumia and MPP, they are destroying lives. And I don't even care about people on the street. I don't like the way they are destroying religion. The NPP as a political party, Mahamudu Bawumia especially as a Muslim, he is destroying and depleting the Islamic religion in Ghana. And that should be a worry to the leadership of the religion in Ghana. That should be a worry to the young men and young women on the streets of Ghana who are Muslims and following Bawumia and his group because they are selfish. They don't care about Allah. They don't care about the relationship between you and Allah. What they care about is for men to please them and for them to gain power. Bible no kraka so unya ewiase nyama nyina na se sebio ohwere won kra ana se ohwere the contact between you and Allah edie na obenya. It is important. And this goes to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Mahamudu Bawumia is dangerous. I am telling you. I am not God. I don't judge men, but I have lived a little bit to understand that when somebody is trying to mislead a religion, that person is not somebody to be trusted. Bawumia MPP for the Oma over the years has shown say they want to mislead the Islamic religion. Let us not allow this. I don't have to be a Muslim to understand the Islamic religion. And I don't have to be a Christian to understand the Christianity or Christian religion. Sorry. I just have to understand one thing. That if we are all praying through different sources, it ends up at one source. And if that one source is credible, which we all understand or come together or come to that realization that God is the end of every prayer, then we need to give that respect to Allah. So wherever you are worshiping from, I don't care. But as far as it ends up at where mine ends up, that is the most important thing. So we are not supposed to underestimate the goodness of Allah. What you saw there is despicable, and we need to stop these kind of things. We need to stop these politicians, especially Mahmoud Bawumia, his NPP, from infiltrating the work of Allah. Infiltrating what Allah has built. It is dangerous. It is a curse. You see, we need to be serious here. Samira, she only wears hijab when she's going to meet Muslims. A Muslim should represent Muslims no matter where they are. A Muslim should represent Islamic religion wherever they are. And when you meet an imam, when you meet, let me say, the chief imam, nobody will tell you, say, this is the chief imam. Because when you see him, everything about him will tell you that this man is a Muslim. And when Obiti Samira only wears hijab, so that means the intent is not to protect the Islamic religion. Is to become somebody else to win favor. When men want to win the favor of men, and they try to step on the supremacy of Allah, it is dangerous. And that is what Samira Bawumia moye. Into one Samira, so ban kremofoma no ahye hijab na weguma yafi na wachire say me skirt wa. It is dangerous. And that is something Mahmoud Bawumia and then the Yere Samira, they have introduced into our religion. They have introduced this dangerous thing into our religion. And we have to be careful about it. And more shemi amuyen kremu for me nyen kremuni. Me nyen kremuni. Me sum kremu sum da. But there's one thing I know. Kremoni bi o wiase bia ni Kristo ni o wiase bia obi abon empire o ka amen, because they know that there is a higher power than anything on this planet. At least that one we all agree to it. Let us not allow men. Let us not, because men are greedy. Men want power. They will have to dissolve what Allah has created. The only thing Allah and us Onyankopon gets from humans is for us to worship Allah. That's it. The only thing we creatures on this planet, the only thing Allah free it's not our intelligence, because we don't have more intelligence than Allah. It is not our beauty or how we look. It is not our wealth. It is not anything. It is only us to recognize, to let everybody around us know, to let other creatures understand that there's Allah that we all have to worship. That is the only thing. So when people try to mislead people and take that little one from Allah, because every single thing Allah gives to man, adebi onyankopon de mani pebiano or de mani pakwa or mbusa ho asem, ade ketue bia Allah enije ho e wona brabom no, man should not take it from him. Because the only thing that makes Allah appreciate himself is when man worships him. And if man doesn't worship Allah, he will get other things to worship. But you see, the creature of Allah, or all the things Allah created, man is the only one he created in his image, because he appreciated and he wanted to make sure that he has something that represents him. And when a fellow man wants to worship Allah, then it means the wrath of Allah or the wrath of Allah will be on us. Let us be very careful how we allow these politicians to come in here and destroy Samira, Bawumia, what they are doing. This NPP as a political party, they are dangerous. What's your video we are? Etumima unse bibing you're right. And Unimasma Abronye ne kasa no kan ye me yapa. And some of Kenya bibia mfa me ho. O kan sembi. O say se Bawumia ba na o free wa musum free ho. And the most dangerous statement. Abronye ne omo kasa no. Bo flag sheshe bo die ndie nya. Bibi o kan ya mu say a dangerous pan say se Mahamudu Bawumia ba na se okwa musum free ho. It means that congregation Nipana Asia in the name of Allah no, men are deciding when Allah should be worshipped. So Abronye what we can say he has cursed himself and he has cursed every generation ever before after him. I'm telling you. That gentleman what we no catch and say wa curse hundreds and hundreds of generations behind him. Bawumia ba na Bawumia soria munyina mundi nechi, meaning sa meeting where it is about Allah no, you have made it about man, and you are basically spitting in the face of Allah. Say nipan sorry in the presence of Allah and walk and follow man. Now Debbie Amikacho said the NPP as a political party every day. Yes boss, I've seen it. I'm going to talk about it. Thank you. On say recently Napo beka say me say anti eye de enkora ye kire omo eye oba be man oba nkisi be man nkisi sexual what was the name sa some beka na be 2 days ago na me bo video Napo e ka kire Ghana for say oh on no time obeye de obeye education minister who say how do they call it? The SSC. What was sexuality? What? Obeka say recently, 2 days ago. Na Napo jina nipem. Ewo bantame ka kire Ghana for say. Obey education minister obe hu say. NDC time no na imam fo. Ena lead say. Omo wura nkurase. Ka kire Ghana for say. Eye omon supporting omo introduce eye oba ne obada be ma ne be ma da oba ne oba kesi be ma ne be ma kesi ewo schools mukai ha now on say okasa as me catch will say it is important to say comprehensive sexuality education. Thank you very much. CSE, comprehensive sexuality education na Napo kan ho asem no on so ko gina bantima no o see oh during Okuja to Black time na oye education minister no imam fo inkremofo sofo mpanyini malam fo na sebio na omo ko nkurase. That statement is dangerous, and I wanted some of our Muslim brothers and sisters, the leadership, I wanted them to react to that Bawumia Napo statement, because you see the NPP no I could point to be one person say bibia with us. You can destroy everything, but at least what we know is that we can at least defend the work of God. At least, if I'm not a pastor, I'm not a preacher, I'm not an apostle, to be holding the Quran or the Bible, to be preaching to people, there's one simple thing that I can do, that I can at least protect the word of God, protect the supremacy of God. Inti Napo make that statement, me catch the Ghana for say that statement Napo make I was saying kremoni bia worried. Because Napo jina stage catch the wiase nyina say ya malam for any ye imam for mo Ghana no, they were the ones leading such an abominable act. Abra ye behwehwe mu nyina ye hu say Napo asem o kan ye no eye onumpo na introduce eye kind of teachings in our school. Inti ade chia be hu say a group of our Muslim brothers and sisters ye from liberal Muslims of Ghana, they are chasing Napo, that Napo should come again, because that statement actually goes against the Islamic religion. Now, apologize for your misguided LGBTQ plus claims. Now, Napo Kasano, or sit trumu no, a yankremofo mpenifo bi during Mahama time no omo na mo esi omo na so omo ko nkurasi ko schools eko preach say trumu ni emfa mbra ebesinde Napo emfa de emfa one supporting document or evidence to prove say asama or ka to inkremo so. Remember that statement he made, or ka to inkremo for so na nim there ya sa statement we and now release we free the liberal Muslims for the buy my source are almost closer to Bawumia Napo. E catch them say Napo says Sankri before no from kwasi anko no ha. I didn't know Paul Macho. That is what Napo said. Time and news way back out. Omorechi out to Napo. There's somebody who is very close to Napo. Catch Napo say, Napo, sad statement to Ababontini. A group Ababontini say you need to apologize for saying say in Kremu formal and for and in Kremu somno omo no mokofa tumu by during NDC time. But chesa so na okay no enya no pacha no. But Napo catch the nipa say san Kremu form kwase form kwase sem free onko. He is not going to apologize today and he's not going to apologize tomorrow. I'm going to tell my Muslim brothers and sisters say, sir, comprehensive sexuality education where Napo di ba or say apart from that no trumu kremufona mo asofo no imam fona during Muhammad time mo ko nkurase ekoka say omunjintum no Napo say mo fo mo kwase amfiri ho. He's not going to apologize, and I'm telling you on authority he will never apologize. Me say we nkreboni ahwe me netie me Napo catch ni aid ni say san kremufo fo mo kwase amfiri ho aden. Apologize. That is the statement. May catch them and they said Napo will never do that. He will never apologize to Nkremufo or Ghana for accusing them wrongly, for accusing them without showing any document, any video, any written document, nothing. So what is Napo and Bawumia? What are they trying to do? They are trying to denigrate the Islamic religion in Ghana. They are trying to destroy the Islamic religion. And it's a mekache in Kremufo papa mo Ghana. In Kremufo na sebio nyamesum in Kremusum no omodo odwene ho ehun se enu na ehia no. They need to react. They need to let the young people. They need to let the Islamic community. They need to understand say obi abetuma ebibia owiase ama na otia wo soma na se ombu wo soma. There's no way you have to give that person space in your home. NPP betuma kofa Yesu Kristo or betuma kofa gold free or betuma kofa wiase sika nyina abrem wo zongos. But say NPP embun kremosom na say Napomo do not respect your imams. They do not respect the Islamic religion. You are not supposed to give them a room in your homes for them to lead you. Because remember, say nipa bua, the first thing obebu and it was some obe respect wa was some and a first or the respect. I am telling you on authority, say Napo will never apologize to the Muslim area community. He will never do it because waka. And these people are the kind of people I keep talking to Ghanaians about. We are not supposed to give them space. They will destroy everything that we have built for the past 56 or something years. This guy is a fool. The NPP, Bawumia, they are doing their politics with our religion, especially almost destroy the Islamic religion. Now I share another video. After your marking the constituency, to see or the Ojisika no abudiasa obetuama no. This is after your marking constituency. This is what he is doing. Makachiremo MPP for majority I Ghana. Sanke Njimi ya we will not even listen to them. Right now, after your marking is so scared and so we ni Ghana MPA or to train pa. Yepe MPA or ye MPA odi abro. Odi etuo sekan ebo the constituents ebo bito afenyo marking or you dangerous guy. Say me be phone lines eto the constituency wa na wutie nsem a omobeka kire wa you be shocked. Oh say afenyo marking share that okosi a police station because it is not the responsibility of an MP to build a police station. Oh say afenyo marking AC police station e the constituency. Sending call for more MPP mu di nkwasi asema yenchi omo. You can ask the commander at the police station. After your marking constituents, or your MPP for, to be botu, to be sayade, to be tata of what you just kind, do I say after your marking police station in Tianchino. But the moment an issue happens, na you better say oh nipa we dey on your NPP ni na ebia or belonging to another political party. Commander na or after your marking police station, he will find you and they will make sure they assault you. And that is what is happening in his constituency. And it's a time ago, I told Ghanaians, say, the idea of us allowing politicians to build police stations, it is wrong. Politicians are not supposed to, I'm talking about members of parliament are not supposed to build police stations in their constituency. No. Because when they build a police station, you could say, oh, only interference, whether you like it or not. They have that interference to even find the kind of commander they want in that police station. The commander now our afenyo marking constituency afenyo marking a demand is a constituency. It is tricky. when it comes to building police stations in a country, it's supposed to be the sole responsibility of the government, not NPs. No. The moment you allow politicians, individual politicians, to build stuff like that, because security shouldn't have colors. Obibeka just say Obuani constituency. No. And you're born Obuani constituency. So once a politician is police station, that politician or motive be dangerous. And that is what African kingdoms they are doing. Into Usha Lord Kome, you see Lord Kome Akosi police station, some constituency will Accra. They know what they are doing because they want to control the police. So our police station, Lord Kome, the control police because of rare Obeka say Lord Kome. Me na me see police station way. Me and I'm making sure as a commander we who are you? Release that boy, and they will release the boy. And that is what Afenyo Markin has been doing. TV is off. I have no idea why TV is off. But if there's a problem, I think say the team will take care of it. I'm also learning say TV is off. So maybe there's a glitch. But if there is Spider and the rest, guys, try and get in there. I'm not getting access. I'm not seeing. If TV is off, then more here TV, you can switch to YouTube to watch the show. I don't know what is going on. TV is off. I don't know. But on the issue I was talking about, Afenyoma Kemono, they are dangerous politicians, and that is what they have done for a very long time. We are not supposed to allow politicians to build police stations. It's dangerous. Because you got to about we now Afenyoma Ken ballot papers ekogu police station wa dia police station here and dia. Every single police officer be or what's our constituency police station one, they work according to Afenyoma Ken's command. The Afenyoma Ken beka na command and beka. Inti imagine say ye tuaba. Imagine say ye nya ballot be a MPP for Afenyoma Ken area was stuffing ballot boxes no police station. Gidi ba your best say these boxes ya bontene aba police station. When Afenyoma Ken wants to enter, he will enter. Say Afenyoma Ken the chairman or one constituency person raw police will be raw, and this will not be given access. So it means say we are not supposed to allow politicians, and because Afenyoma Ken knows say he's going to lose the seat, and he knows say things don't look good. One constituency will say on kind of correct. Afenyoma Ken the amanenya sika say he is a lawyer to fraud boys. That is how he started his campaign. He started his legal journey. Afenyoma Ken lawyer no. The first thing they say he was a lawyer to fraud boys. It is all called the constituency, and around his constituency, majority of fraud boys are now Afenyoma Ken and they represent you. And that is how Afenyoma Ken started making dubious money. This is what Afenyoma Ken is doing in his constituency. Oh, Obana na Odin San Mom, your friend Esther, Afenyoma Ken's girlfriend, no, on Neda. The lady na Onujina Hona or Jin Sana de Boadua, one Boadua, Yamo scam Uncle Twabano. Your friend Esther, Hono. This is what we have been talking about. Did the police see it? Yes. Are they going to make any arrest? No. You're trying me. I can say, where and easy for now. Afenyoma Ken, I'm a idea, Wama command, Munkocho Mungum. That is the foolishness happening in Ghana. In Kwasia Sama Yatin Ghana, no. And when you talk about it, you'll be say, oh, Afenyoma Ken Kwasia Penny where or not a girlfriend. And we are Bemako repeal be back a Kotia to be back 2 years enumuno. Mamienka Afenyoma Ken asem. Afenyoma Ken went to the General Legal Council. And my General Legal Council can say, we committed crime. On the air, one of his associates or one law firm, no, Deborah. Omako I could use thugs, criminals to go after kids as young as 3 years. The General Legal Council, Chief Justice Teso, the General Legal Council, Samokuja Tokwa Champagne Bino, Papa Kokra, Neba Erepi Obino, honestly Teso. The General Legal Council, the Attorney General Tesono, they said they should just write an apology. No Monko Afenyoma Ken Kwasiawe. He was supposed to be disbarred long time. Only moral right to be able to lead even dogs or pigs in Ghana. But the General Legal Council Afenyoma Ken, that is why he's doing this. In the constituency where when the Mukwasiya Sama Afenyoma Ken or the constituency, you'll be shocked. Yeah, bunipa, yeah, chuchenipa, yeah, senko fonyoma. Because why not you say on the killer constituency war? And see what he's doing now. Afenyoma Ken see what he's doing now. And we sit in Ghana. I just be the guy and the be American say mo timemufo no mo na wo se ma adwene be fie o. African can kwasi ampenyi where he does not care. You busan about galamsey. Edien na omu na buying eye a stop galamsey. Essay yensu, essay yenua. Your wife say, oh, young snipers. Na who so be a galamsey young body to unkuno. And journalists say, into solution a bit to me fight galamsey. No, say yes. Na oman Ghana etimuno. Bonnie bang and young boat to two things. Joe Wise way, Yamano position sir Uncle Bam with deep quiet for so almost 30 years or so on Kubium. I couldn't hear my MPP about Bay Moon say, yes, say, Omumran Omumajin and the Musen go to Ediginano, so you got to always 2 times with Joe Wise in whom. Almost any port to enjoy. Joe Wise in Qua Bamu on your Kufa Bra Bamu. Not Ghana problems a wohono. Omum find ways, sir, Menewo. Yenim Sajin no ombet me adwene e dia solve your mind. That's all. That's why we vote. We believe that these people we are voting for, or these people we push into parliament, they have some kind of intelligence. They will dedicate their life to think, to find solutions to problems that many why in street in this yen to me and solve it. Joe Wise say on the MPP no. Say about galamsey in Tokwana. Nana the Danko Kufuado adding the presidency to Swa and there. Omo MPP for nyina including Joe Wise himself omo ya galamsey no or CO I will say see your body part to ko omo to twene cause and only the only solution omo MPP aban we omo betumi adwene. They can't come up with any kind of idea into ono there osa simudua say journalists rebusa say hey into this is the only solution yambo ni patuo enkuo yambo emutu o say na boni ben ne wo Ghana e kire se obi di boni am yenku ne tontwene. You wise. Into right now what I say JJ Rollins one mistake in 79. Constituency of free no udru a almost JJ Rollins be twa omo na ase. JJ Rollins or the tuo ne bae. Afi won say 1979 JJ Rollins eba di Ghana so JJ Rollins wa anya boni. JJ Rollins did not commit any crime. This is Joe Wise, what's not parliament years upon years. This is Joe Wise. This is Joe Wise, what's not parliament Ashemra. So the question now is Joe Wise no matter what's not parliament in no. At the end of the day, the only answer to the air cost no and say yambo Ghana for two. Joe Wise as someone can say. And the galamsey issue a yekoswa MPP for and A2 galamsey or Ghana no. Joe Wise say on the day as a deputy speaker of parliament no yanchi to former soldier for nko tete nwurim enti omu Ghana for na omu ku omu tontwene if you say embra bia ni Ghana kire say wudi boni a eni say yekum. The question you ask yourself and say sankofo we omu aban mu, do they even have the knowledge to think? If this is how we will solve a problem in Ghana, if this is how we solve a Ghana problem, sir, then everyone can be president. Any fool can be an MP. Now you are beginning to understand Nipa Yede Oman we are Monsa and why we are here today. Now, Unim said Joe Wise is not one. I mean, as a minchro. On galamsey we go Ghana no. 90% of Omomo galamsey or Ghana AMPP4. We all know Chairman Wontumi, Katie Jemfua, Sampine, Kojo Ponkroma, Kukubako, Gabi Ochedako, Ekufuado, Lord Kome, Chairman MPP4, Ekwewusi, Charles Bisiu, MPP4 and galamsey or Ghana. We all know. Unim say galamsey across Ghana no. At the end of the day, Senka, your alternative solution to the problem at FAC, the unemployed youth of Ghana, nobody will want to go out there and involve themselves in galamsey. Nobody. Because you see, breastfeeding mothers are omoye galamsey. Oba men na wa the battery the chair, or person ko jina minim etutu amena. Etutu edie emoba, eko jina afrom on ne ba, say or to share a gold. Na obi ama no kobo manako didi. Why na ebe pese obesori anopa na weja na yere ho se me kotena ahwea so ahwea na megine mu no I can die anytime. Chemicals e come na ase e come nsem e bi come num no e betumi amamewu at any time. Why na ebe ye saade no? It is only poverty that will force somebody to do that. In fact, say Sandy Panokra or na say or was some idea be say ejuma we die. At the end of the day, no sika omo. First of all, so our another option about in life. That option will not make the person go do galamsey, because the issue is so on him so galamsey no benye sika. Now at the end of the day, on him say another job will be to my year. Enyini ache than so be galamsey na chemicals no be kuno na chemicals no be stay kuno. Or better now what the bano one he will take the longer I say the route that will save him. It's because people don't have opportunities. Because we have not created enough opportunities. Sajo wise we are almost creating 100,000 NAPCO jobs and the nipa ba kumpunye juma. But today he is on TV. He is telling you say the problem that was there that they were supposed to think and solve, no. The only solution or the only antidote to the problem we are facing today, Ewa Galamsey said, Yantam tu ne yamboni patrimutu unkuomo. Unim said Joe Wise not to ono. Okasano say he was struggling for breath. On say Joe Wise munimuno. On say Okasano home crampono or bread. Yet Tamgana sika every parliament $500,000 and your koye edian heart implant mano nakuma. Do you know $500,000 they bit my yama the youth of Ghana? Ononkwa as an individual. And the issue is omo mutu abama Joe Wise no omo to abama no say onko parliament na onko hyehyemra na omo asebio edise mabunu na opese ebo mutu no omo benya other livelihood na omo so entumi more omo bra no Joe Wise go do parliament no ya sama tam eye Ghana for sika $500,000 edi ama Joe Wise say onko South Africa onko Dubai enko na kuma Joe Wise no na mo no ye di bibia hye na kuma mu. Yeah, the implant, broni aya machine ashana kumim, a taxpayers' money the Joe Wise. He cannot stand anywhere else on this planet to say, Parliament of Ghana, Antam Ghana sika $500,000. Amano, Amananko Dubai, Emianfa plant implant and koshana kumim. And until see he will not go back to Parliament again with real politics. So ocean ye pa wakan yumu. Joe Wise is struggling to even get breath. This is the same Joe Wise, sir. Your born nipa 20, nipa 82, 2020. Or can say omo armed robbers. It died. Say armed robbers. Your born nipa 82. And they were kan yombo. And okay kan kwasi asem. They all because ye Jimmy. Ko be kwa hwe ni krom. Uko duru be kwa be wan wase Joe Wise this almost 20 years. And the papa bi ani be kwa. Minim say me kasa na omo mu free be kwa na e mo ya. I don't care. You get it? And these are the leaders I see at Ghana. Ya to about you almost 8 years. Omoma a solution to a problem, no? Or see a boy to. And I have said this over and over. MPP way, they don't care about anyone. On the last me bo Ashanti regional minister, the voice are no OD in tough watem. And you all know how Abronye DC. It me di and one of watem. Me other people I almost saw MPP so I'm when mobile. Abronye DC. Eso to me dinner radio so e ka kira wona for so mo ye mo nkom krom Abronye and nam Ghana ha. This is a PDNA and this is what they do. It's the young people listening to us today, no, you need to know where you belong to. You have to be careful about a political party you follow, because that political party can turn around and murder you and tell you that you are not part of us. That political party ebetima dane ne ho na ekum maame aka kire se wo kura won kan ye ho. And that is why I choose a political party. You need to be very careful the kind of political party you join. They are very important. And I'll say as Ghanaians, you know, they be especially the young ones. Especially the young ones. We need to be very careful. It is a party. They have specific people they go after. They have such specific people they disrespect. They have specific religion they don't respect. Sa party is dangerous to a nation. Obia owomubia e was all for one say party a dangerous. E betume kum. E nyawe nku a e bekum maame entumi wa etetewon toma. Until you need to be very careful. Sa people are dangerous. They don't care. Aka 57 days to elections. Enkofo went to me can be a pensioner for sika akwhye. Omuntumi nkyerɛ sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a ɛyɛ mmeburu bɛnya adwuma yɛ. Omuntumi nkyerɛ bebi a Ghana sika obesi omo boy over 1 trillion de omo de ayɛ. Enkofo ntumi nka de omo bɛyɛ asesa ɛyɛ deɛn Ghana hyebrɛ. Amanfo ntumi nkyerɛ de omo tuma ayɛ kwan ayɛ nsuo asi school. Omo nkyerɛ enkwasi asɛm ne atenie kwasi anwom na omo sa. They don't care. Yamomo 8 good years. 8 years no aka 57 days. They have still not been able to tell us say Sasika yaji nyina DC one regional hospital. They have not been able to do it. Omasa ba abeye gala asay Ghana nsuo nyina. So 57 days now. Why are we even sitting here discussing election ebaso? We are all supposed to say we are done. We are waiting for December 7th. We are going to monitor the elections. We are going to protect our ballot. No matter what, these people have to work. And come out see a dinner no. Because say what's now so mama 8 years. Now aka 57 days. Aka 57 days. Now say at this point, you know. Trillions of dollars, no baby. Then why should I give you another nod? Aka 57 days. Galamsey na obeto na insure ni atena and I say no. O catch say yambo Ghana for two. Ne obia na ye galamsey. Obia hun galamsey site bia no ye galamsey. Obi o ye kwieni. And onam site no onam. Ogobodi to atwene. You see, this is what we have been talking about. Party the principles under this leadership. The NPP as a political party no sankwasiafo we mu die ni munde no omni principles omo te say nwan omo te say mpreku omo te say moa. It is what they will eat now, and the kura no emoa no omo didi omo jebi, and the enkrama kura didi omo jebi. These are people who only think about now. And it's omo to be omo no ka kire say ye ton tumi aton wo maame koji tumi no uwia now the tumi na beje maame na oton wo maame wie na obekoro maame ewe. They are foolish, they are stupid, they don't think. It is all about power. It is all about making sure say they have supremacy over another human being. That is all they believe in. They don't care about anything. They don't care about what God need or how your water is going to look, how you're going to get a job, how Obenya hospital, papa, Obenya. They don't care about those basics. They don't care. And to Bawumia Kevin statement, he is talking like he is going to rule. He wants to rule a first world country. Oh, I'm going to digitize this. I'm going to digitize this. I'm going to digitize this. Oh, Bawumia, you want to lead a third world country where people don't have 3 square meals to eat in a day. Where enkwara eda banchibuom imponchibuom usiadie. You are telling me you are going to digitize this. You are going to digitize that. You are not campaigning to be president of America. You are not campaigning in Ghana to be president of Japan. You are not campaigning to be president of China. You are campaigning to be president of the Republic of Ghana, where we owe more than we have. So the fundamentals are the things that we need to get right. In suo, in supa, a fundamental to our livelihood. So benya the hospitals papa a fundamental to our livelihood. I will say the youth, you know, who create opportunities for them as a government a fundamental to our development. These are things. Now who can see more opportunity application actually applications and I don't care about applications. I care about the fundamentals that will make me look like a human being before I can think. Because if I am not able to get a decent place to go give birth, I'm not going to think about your stupid application. An American will not think about an application when he or she does not have good health care. American will not think that way. Bawumia is campaigning to say the person obe rule America. He is campaigning like he wants to be the president of Japan. He is campaigning like he wants to be the president of an European country. We are campaigning, we are talking about the needs of the people, the fundamental needs of the people, changing the lives of the people from scratch. It's when you listen to Nano Pokwajiman, now I said Napo, because from what the woman is saying on her campaign tone, you could see there are things you can relate to. You could see, say, it can change lives. So John Mahama Kasana Bawumia Kasa, you could hear clearly say there's somebody who understands Ghana from John Mahama. A seminar orkan onim dia orka onim dia ehia Ghana nina owo fomo hono onim de here the youth na otifie na sebio odanwchi table eda won papa hall no John Mahama nim de obatan na sebio onya obeye adwuma onya dwetre kakra e de start na adwuma kakra bi John Mahama hia ekuani na also onya free fertilizer ekuani na ope bibi e de pam na efuo kakra bi ma wenhia samwa no anything on the farmer service center buy anything on the bibi say women's national bank anything on just say those are basic. You get them right, you build on them. That's how you upgrade. You get them right, and then you do what? You build. So you need to reset the system. You need to get it back to where it has to. And it's this upgrading. You are upgrading on things that you have not been able to sustain. You can only upgrade when you have sustained the base. But when the basics have not been sustained, you cannot upgrade. So you need to reset the base. You need to get the base right. You need to make sure you have enough teachers. You have enough schools that accommodate more teacher trainees for WPA school. You have to have more hospitals, more chip compounds, more clinics, more regional hospitals to accommodate nursing training for WPA free school. You need to make sure say you are building more roads, connecting, opening it up. That is the basics. Mabedi Ghana so for 8 years. You have not been able to check the basics. You are telling me about an app. What am I using an app for? What the heck am I using an app for? I need to eat. I need to survive. Malaria bombed me. I need to go to the nearest clinic to have somebody to take care of me because I pay my taxes directly and indirectly to the government. That is all that I need from my government. But then you are telling me you can't provide that for me. What about over 2,000 chip compounds? You have not been able to one day build one regional hospital to say nipa wemudie. You sit here for 8 years. You are still telling me about Agenda 111. For 8 years, nobody has been able to enter one Agenda 111 hospital to give birth. What about them? Now, what are the things that, as a government, what do you care about? If for 8 years you've not been able to build one hospital for a pregnant woman to go there and deliver, to come out alive with her baby, then you are mad. You are crazy. You are telling me about an app? Because for 8 years, when to see one regional hospital, then what do you want me? Because Lordina Mahama, former first lady, where to me see clinics are and our triplets now Ekufuado's government, after borrowing over 1 trillion, cannot point to one clinic. You cannot even compete Lordina Mahama's record. You want Ghanaians to give you power? A woman, a mother, has been able to build about 3 hospitals. Now a whole government, after messing around with over 1 trillion, you cannot point to one hospital, clinic, chip compound, or even regional hospital, or Batumi room Kowoba. Okay, say you are intelligent. Oh, bottom. A fool will vote for such a person. And these are things that we need to get right. Yene ebi before Ghana for the door titru yente politics na say. Yente politics na say if you say yema politics ni air so complex. So oba krom ha enche beto aba. And there's one important thing America from Kotoaba Omoshepa. They are not even too concerned about the president. They don't care too much. So we study Americans. So what and you understand American politics. The American citizen is more concerned about the local elections. And Kagane reference say district level elections and now MPs and only here more. Because in your specific the local elections will be decided how your children, their schooling will go. Sa local election no. Sa nkofona omo ba betena local council make a decision no. Omo no be kire sa area na wote no. Senia wo ba ne bra bekoso emra omo be hyehe se mema obi mfa etuo enko school ana se obi wo ho kwan se ni so odi sa enkofo na hyehe sa mra no. So they are looking at the down ballot ehon here omo, because ubetime you president awope when it comes to your local council, not the local council is not doing things you like. Your president can jump and do whatever you like. You are not going to like the abana watono. Enti so we study the way abrofo to omaba. Ene yene sibia yeto yaba. Odum say yene Jimmy. You see in Ghana, last time me team neka. You go to Ghana. So we study MPP we are 90% of the people who are members of parliament for MPP we know, they did not start their life in Ghana. So almost start your life for Ghana cry. Majority of their life, it was outside Ghana. it is because yene Ghana for ni bino. You this attitude say yene obi nyini, yene obi tina, yene obi bobra. That person is not supposed to get opportunity. It is always steady MPP for now, almost steady Sadia for a long time. Because what typical constituency be? Yet to a young man, onyini woho, oko school woho, or ware woho, or ye juma woho, or ye indigent. Sa young man yiniti say and twaba man pe. Obon say NPP for akofa obi free abrochire de naba. Near the lawyer toneso. Now adikudientia ema saade ne din ema yene ani omote a omote ya asemase. Ebi hon ebi asma meke bi ne impoho de impoho. The young man was born there. Oko school wo ho, onyini wo ho. Oye ni bibia okore, oye na djuma wo ho. Onim every gutter you see here since I wo no. Onim every corner ewo impoho. This young man watena impoho ewu mpenifo mabako. Onim assemblyman bia onyini ya or the age. Onim impoho every corner bia obewura obenya the opesa woto into otimpoho na se. Now our problem is that so obi wo community now kase opeso ye MPA. Then uba ye maame no mo a ene ye nkofo mo ne omotia and the same thing e bi na affecting na opoku agema no in 2020. Uba onse maame bi asori aka che de nyonko se abena akoko ye se ne ba no amoako one ye wa hayi nende amoako so opeso be ye MP. Now the problem with Emana Omaka na omo ne abena akoko ekwa asori ne say they don't want to go to church next Sunday ye beka sa abena akoko ba amoako na ye MP on pene. Because abena kokoba amoako no one oye sa maame ne ba kwame ba ene nyini ye adenti na mo nyina nyini efri ha e wo se amoako kodi MP into what they would do no say nipa omuti krom ho na angasa dodo because of ahoya anti they will vote against Abronye na onyini wo krom ho na oba be ye MP oti o masem ase no na MPP for so steady na makofo bi abrochira ba. And it's a study MPP for parliamentarians about 90%. You see, already now you're doctor, or broche, now or a lawyer. In terms of time, the some me form more community, no. Instead of them to give a year, sa amwakona or nini or opportunity, no, they would rather give it to somebody coming from outside. No minimum bra or bon or broche. No minimum jantina or tia broche bo. Minimum chrono or bon or broche. But they feel comfortable because at the end of the day, Ebeko go there and Kenko corner until we end up voting for mad people in the name we say, where we dear no move free abontine buy until NPP na study this terrain. Omo we say, no, ye Jimmy, ye mubini ye Jimmy. And until 2020, you ask yourself, say, aye then or bad time or young fantini. Etumi sorry no passe, men to mana no poku ajeman. Nemum mekwa kwotoma eye NPP nipa pa oye MPP abedi chire do minimu no yesi ade wo fia oye infantini o obebu be and so case onto abama na no pogo so onye unma the cross because ofili say at her age no oni almost na aye the at the crop na every crop ho. Why should Nana efia ofrim no omukonya eye the first vice president or your free safienim into be hu obatan or cement toma NDC on toma nana o mani re identity only reason eye jealousy eye ahoya but osi behind the jealousy no also tia say ade ofia oye no say nana with all due respect wa bon kura no onfa ne nsa benkum enkyere ne maami fie Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman on Pejan Sabenkum enchre Central Region. She will always be proud to say me infantini ba. Senebeya woman amena what infantino oba ba proud to get to the level of Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman. Na Ghana history ni ye ka yesterday. Yes Ghana infantifoma they are the first to climb there and they are still doing it. Somebody has to start. It is always steady politics now. It has become some selfish, greedy jealousy. It has no reason, and that is what the NPP capitalize also for all these years. When you are going into elections, the NPP prefers foreign players. They have always tried to let the people think, say, foreign players need such and local players. It is all elections are a local player. a local breed wo nyini wo ho otewase ono na nyini wo ono na yakofa kwasie bi yes already not UK yenim de na wo UK but oma dwiri mu no se menua ba beko madam for beka say eh yemba yi na mu nyina start primary den na amoako de wakoya MP no ende memma amoako nko. I would rather make obi a yenimu no into majority of the time no MPs no they don't have any link, they don't have any connection with their constituencies or their constituents. The only link I want to share with their constituents is SCA, because they have come to that realization say they don't understand the ecosystem constituency war, but it is only money that will bring the constituents close to them. And it's now quite pious hejide or to me catch them say me a for to mame na mema wo ba no me de krono be faso de na kwa abrochire because pious no he is not connected to the constituency on free ho but na adwene mu no sika na wawia na wo de consider the constituency wo no it is that is what will do that connection. It will serve as a magnet between ono pious and the constituents. And this will take you time now say step back kakra now we study NPP Omo MPs are Omo parody in 2024. You will see, say 90% of them they did not grow up in their constituency. 90% of NPP MPs they did not grow up in their constituencies. So flip coin now. 90% of NDC MPs they grew up in a constituency. And Nuntina on say Ghana Dumbrebi, people did not understand why John Mahama has to be president. When John Mahama was contesting Ekufuado, there were some people in Ghana. The argument they were making, they said John Mahama a local breed. Na Ekufuado they saw kwa abrochire. John Mahama people knew that we see Ghana or Ghana or Nimdiakos or Ghana or no ena sebio or Nim de Ghana here. But the people's argument was that hey Ekufuado mo die. Omo de UK no mo nyini yo. Hey Ekufuado mo die. They did not talk about what Ekufuado can bring to table. Never. Until we study from 2008. Let's push it forward to 2012. Ekufuado's credentials was all that. Oh, Ekufuado there, Oko school abrochire. Oh, Ekufuado only momo. Oh, just be a cabrofua. Ekufuado there. Ekufuado could not run on his own there, on his own credentials. He did not have it. Ekufuado's political life has been that Nebusian for abrochire into Oko school UK. Into Ekufuado Oko school UK there, he's better than Mahama. That's all. And then I'm gonna try Professor Tamils. And one of the buy had to face John Mahama. And it got to a point the people who were all trooping to go vote for Ekufuado, they were not voting for Ekufuado because they thought Ekufuado was intelligent too. They were voting for Ekufuado because they have sold a foreign player to them. Because around that time, when you sit back and say, I want to analyze these politicians, you will see, say, Mahama is worth $1 billion than Ekufuado. Because when you talk about somebody who has gone through a political mill in Ghana, I am yet to see a politician in Ghana resume after John Mahama resume side by side. I will campaign for that politician. No politician in Ghana. I am yet to see one politician in Ghana. Resume. Now, other two John Mahama they left side by side. No, I can resume a better than John Mahama. No politician, and we will not have another politician like what we have in Mahama. It will take a long time because where we are now, it will be hard to get a politician who has gone through that mill and Mahama come. After Mahama becomes president after 4 years, every politician be Obabedi Ghana Subiano. Sa experience Mahama Komu, ebe vice president, ebe MP, we will not have. Nipa kro be opportunity no. He will basically maybe be about 60% close to what John Mahama has gone through. Because when we are talking about local politician or your local breed or nim from scratch, John Mahama. And no politician in Ghana today, and I'm saying this on authority, I will meet anybody on any platform, anybody to say let's argue on this. John Mahama resume, sa politician resume, a better change John Mahama. No politician in Ghana, and even when you stretch it in Africa, so when you 5 politicians, John Mahama could be one of the 5 politicians. I'm telling you. And sometimes we need to understand. Mummy enjoy and wayano. Mummy enjoy kwasiaba no. Mummy embusa questions no. Na ye make sure say the real things no. And ye can wasem. The real thing in ye can wasem. And it's na end no. So check here one day, Mr. P. Next week, when we come back, the best start here list NPP for MPs. And I'm team no they are watching me. They can get me about 20 MPs right now. Omo nyina omo MPP for omo nyini Ghana. Omo background in Abronye. As we speak, my team can give me about 10. Menoka say omo nyina baka so and he studied in Europe and he stayed in Europe and he was in Europe and he was there for this years and he came back to Ghana and he became Napo and yes. Oh, and Napo, and he was in Ghana, and he went to Europe, he went to UK, he went to study, and when he came back, he became an MP. That is how it works. But so all can't end this year. It is never like that. And then the child said, the NPP, you know, they have always sold fake foreign players to Ghanaians. Met mama 10. Me in my team can put 10 together. I will say, Sanko for we did not understand Ghana politics before they came into politics in Ghana. They came and they entered a very soft zone, not by MPs. Grow one grata. Where they make 2 votes to Nana, where they Pia Aladri, as why you kakra, mamin fakit kakrangum. 2019, Nana the Danko Kufuado at the 2 force 82 man point here as Antefakins a Cassina Cobuancra. Omo catch you 2 force on front and to my FA. Na onshana hinema efe eno mfrɛ man pon hini sɛ ne space a de ne bo din kɛseɛ pa ewoma gold wo won chen no ombo na omo besesa omo akɔbo ankra na otumfo ada satam nana odwedwe no ho satam nana we didi kakra ema sebio nana pese ono so visitors about too much ma nana enya chance kakra oba be den ono so eba bejuju no kakra ena chairman Wontumi ni MPP for nkwasiafo ko bom gang satana na na da na wo hwɛ me akoda otumfo said no oda o menhia ena o tese nkofo ibom gigim gang inti na otumfo tie me na ayenkwa na na so dey relax because once tabo golf weekend inti that time na Sunday wa bo golf wa relax na na on boss scratch or professional say na boss scratch ye na ye sheda ni bossa banana de obop pros no it is that and day no oma swing bi na ne ha ne yakakra na shoulder na so na also on the drive here na otu for the ade betumi dia kire say golf royal and drive otu for ma drive out to drive na mo dey o say tumi kwa na land na de eba part ne ade na edin kakaba eba drive short na de na oboa otu for na me do piaw me so pe ma sema ma na go for kana na me say Otubo timishe was agrawe. Me nana we pa de he anko ba fia ka me hye me ye ne hene nana me ba chenchen hene. Me so otum for my driver, especially so ohetia, also otum for drive golf. Erade. In the Sunday no nana ko bo golf about ni shoulder back na say mu kan kakra because of me drive no. Whang body ni name 11th hole brum na tom. It was you know kakra wada. And a chairman Wontumi kwase ni MPP before gang. And nana say because nana so answer na be do be one anka electric doors I senses wo ho Wontumi ko hokta akeke inti but me pese be ka say oh there mo anga no mo ye nipa bia e boy sometimes me can say me na mo can some distract me nana de golf there edrumre bi nana ko UK ko ball golf Emma we there broni no nana drive ball no Emma UK broni biara ka say you are the Asante Tiger Woods me say uko abrofu kuro by Ireland omo for otumfo the Asante Tiger Woods just say omo share otumfo strike ne drive no say you are the Asante Tiger Woods it omo nim say a bag golf there the Asante Tiger Woods the oboa nana no pia o me do inti nana ye drive sa Sunday no na eye ne mosba ko ha eye Asante Tiger Woods nana piao your excellency your highness na mosba ko ha ho kan kakra because drive no nana drive no ajibe inti nana say nwumbre no na or relax because nana dey go for there mama make us me mama nana golf record otumfo ubo golf che otumfo say dey be watum golf no on said drive nti de bia no mo hye ne drive na ai ko UK sanom frɛ no ahemfo ni nyina hia Ireland hene no UK Prince King Charles nyam say hey the Asante Tiger Woods was almost Asante Tiger Woods here how are you doing so I'm good you know odu for the golf in this Sunday no Asante Tiger Woods na piao wa bog of my eyes and the shoulder hakakra na ye ne ya shoulder ache into relax remote credit naso nensaso ena wo hwe me na Sunday special ena kwasiafo ibom ging 2019 into 2 for say ankwamo bia gate no ebia jimi chama wutuna na we dey achia o ena say ade asem ede na mo fin so na ochina bwankra o yesra o sesi ade o say ochina yekọ na yekọ bie bwankra no sesi ade abo da na abedu ena 2 for say oh de mo de aba no no ena nsem na mo ya de o if you say from 19 there there yere wo fa eye yede £700 at a party mon hye dan ye bibia o santos na yede aba into sesi ade ochina oni yenko ena 2 for say we de asempa sebio the all part the power kotokono yendi na bro ena na say ene ochina meka mahirima ho meka mechacha ho me front ma emu ode na me ne mo akọ na me nkọ keke me de car sebio edama koma so efise de moya ma asantema no esoeni ena otumfo ka kire nkwasiafo no mkoye anopa tututu otumfo Rolls Royce no ene de flag ni si so asantema flag no satam ye twa ho ties ni nyina twam ena ye kra eye den omo bokete omo boadoa maame ode mu baaye ebe parki wo benhia abontene ho ode muni maame ode de eye obofo ama nisika koye de to no maame no to nwom basa ye de 207 miensa na sprinter mienu ena ben wo ha tre so ena ye de omugu mu ena omo adresse enwum kuo ena omo nyina titika mu ena ye de eye green black and yellow afefa ho because asante kotoko adaya otumfo agya tum se nkofo we ntwa ntro ema otumfo frantoma ebetena eye Rolls Royce mu and your boss Rolls Royce no otumfo Rolls what in sound enye dede in who say ma engineer soko or boss I driver no or white gloves and you rolly esino they are 2800 and then actually me say utopia water wabonti unfa wura mundu ba na keki otumfo bie otumfo a driver no so say na bwankra kwan mfuturo wo so ye bie esino 800 ene ena otumfo driver ni tia so kakri I say Roso ye mfa nkokese ehwana enwum kofo so mu woni ebe kwa ya na obekon woni ebe kwa ya na obekon ye woni ebe kwa ya na obekon gigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigigig I go say, yeah, appear stadium with the Chile and Quasiasamongua. Yeah. And it is shame. And they could for the so two for them and point him on Shano. El Buankra, or could be a Buankra. Yeah, the dim. Omotata Chotron. I'm a queer quabo, Yaquaba. My bra from Pong. Nagiri Shiano Bantama, no more. Abena, what if you forget the Mengus, no Nimnabani and Duya, Mefro, Yaquabuankra, eh. I'm on for Tartarcaho, Yabba, and Nayan and yet damn Waqua. That's a Yanamu Futrim. Rose Rice, a trini fake a crowd. Nanado Danko for an MPP ma, a year or 2 to Rose Rice from Futrum. Omni name one of Mukopia Buankra 2019. Omianshe. Tiger Woods, Nanapia Meadow. On this Abosumwe, not Otun for him Sabosumi and Papa. Emma Otun for Koto designer nose masks. At time COVID-19 Jinem. Also na natne fie e bon ho ban e dia santeman so Otun for risking a life am Otun for mo gina so na adwene ye designer e dey Ashanti Tiger Woods e nose mask man to hwe na logo ne tare ho Otun for na tie ni nose mask ni yellow no na designer na won Ashanti Tiger Woods ene ye ASTW e no mo ye na Otun for e hye e ku for the Otun for ne man pon ne Ashanti for nyina ma me odemu Apia Stadium on your trotro be no man for buy. So no niska I or the buy later cry yeah upon on the some tech the abi I only capre NDC for. Ena omu nyina bedu ya Otun for set to ma betena sankofu as how mo. Odi Otun for omu tam Otun for de call Buankra 2 years after 2019 on call you 2021 and omu sabe catch Otun for so Chinese for no mo be adwuma no san abrofo se de no ma bedu. Almost Sako ben Shako catch you 2-4. Esako dada nana Asante for muntie na mubi masuma si said the gobe egum. When a friend enimtia, disrespect, insolence. When your friend disrespecting your chief. Mumubi no, bro for your car monte, intina you no. and akwa we 2021 sakachiro 24 every parliament say English abrofo na wi o ma beduru o mo hyehyɛ nyoma ohene kɛseɛ mu wedi nka atwe ne to akonwa egure nim ase e wo bedwom otumfo koye infuturo ebogu ni mpoboa ho eno otumfo oye ni penti wankasa ochami ko wusu de ogege adwene ene momone wo ma no ho na otemehia ebu ntanchia a oji adamudie ya boni dua mpeso beka kire okuku ado no ono ne hankini agi ye de pepa afom emotumfo ti aso ko wusu ya boni dua ya o say oba bia kwaka se tia menhia a na ogina ho we yusu no ko wusu ogege momone adwene dawada we ya obu emma fa so no ochami ko wusu saa de no ne hankini agi tietia so den MPP mua santeman enom kacha santeman say oh contractor na ba monhwe contractor na omse na omode na ba no
honorable
kwasi asema nkofo edi otumfo anu no anopa tututu no nsia wahye brown shoe wahye brown socks wahye brown pants wahye 4-piece suit nyina brown obotai brown ena wahye space ohwe na I say okampo bo ho Beirut kwasia wabegina ho omako renti omako dabo ase ko renti eye de excavator ena mabe park asma me kacho 2019 2020 asana me kacho yo omode Ashanti Tiger Woods na pia otumfo 32 golf player papa omko gu otumfo ni ma se wie no ena omo ba ena omo ko dabo ase ena omo ko renti excavator ena kwasia pen ya wadress se de okekampo bo ho Beirut no wabegina ho se okachi otumfo se otumfo equipment ye de be bo agra omo de excavator miensa fozin wunim fozin wontina abo ase dan tunim fozin omo de air track mienu sanyo ma miensa na se wona de ye de ba construct inland port into otumfo mema na how cra si bian kofo kekansem na ohwe akobe ase ekura I otwia owia abegina ho ka kire otumfo se ma amanfo kekansem na ono de o ka kire otu we osanke kire ne de ba menhia san kwasiafo de wo se obu nkotodwe e otumfo anim ni nyina settings ya da hotia boankra kurabakura nsiwo boankra 8 years na kwasie bi to ka je se otan santeman woni momo bu asanteman nim tia woni omo didi otumfo atem MPP nkwasiafo ya napo ka ho Bawumia mu di anim no saa mo MPP na mo se de twa mo furuma no ene na egu MPP asanteman nim ase chen party bia o Ghana ti boankra no wai boankra no yenka ho aseme se na poni na asanteman mu Bawumia ba asanteman mu Central Market hye o so ba be niye ebesi ndem ahuno ho MPP fo hu mu asantefo de bi se mo agimi boankra di tie be breki dana samwa ne to se fomfom ne to se owiayem ne to se owiayem yakofo be fi ware omuto no breki ni kura ni omuyem na meka se mo beka se be breki the 8 ade 8 mu dumi ka bio ewradi tie be breki dia wo be breki kura ana kura ba breki bibie ewradi tie be breki nwan mo breki
awradi tie be breki
say you tax ni free also see ko mahama say omotoma na oba ya first 100 days obeye free ho eno na ye nkomo no boys ni say betting tax ni free so na ode bae because time mahama ode ni betting tax bia ho omo say wo na ode abayi ansa na ato aba utumi yi omo jimi nti omo ntoma wo uwia na ode kwase na wo yira kwatira Jubilee House say ai mo de digitalization omo say yi because boys ni nyina around the world obia e twen say mahama beba because ye disika na na moji ye disika na na moji nti nyina ye twen ye beto mahama oba no abayi betting tax ni free simple gidigidi bia nim ye twen mahama send your oba bayi tax no ye twen mahama send your bayi tax no ye twen JM bayi tax no wo de aboto na mo jimi me ho boys twen JM boys ba beto abama JM bayi tax the free betting tax betting no so no mo to be di more what work kan kwase asem boys as well issue ye disikara unim sibia unim what comes together for somebody to win a game momu nim idea bia last bit is so because I bet in the chacha a lazy man's job she bet in the chacha emranti omoba no me se ko casinos na ko hwe casinos ko ho enchine ne ton wo ho Monkwasiafo mo beduru kwa mo so pe Las Vegas akọ ehọ ne nkyere ne akyekere ehọ nyina achacha ne eto oba America bebia achacha ne akyekere kuro no osia lazy unim so bi edisika unim bra nipa bre ansa na we debate baako na wo the tax abeto so ne yesi yia uru Jimmy to work wosa yi bet no tax na wo de buy no yete Mahama wo so 2012 13 14 na bet bia ye be di bia ye di ne fenchem ye di 10,000 10,000 ye di 20,000 20,000 ye di 1,500 1,500 o buy na wo de tax beto so yi tax na ansa ne akoto aba wo se ye ntwen na ye to aba ni wia na je se ye mokua na boy say train o me minim on the street boy say train boy say beto ama Mahama ye pese ye di more inti ade no Mahama de odinka kan de oso oba enyo no na de betting tax we ba ba obe ye firi ho kan wo de ne enfa ye nhwe fa consider wa wo de wo say an oyire ehye slate di entuma wo inti se an ye wini a se the problem cry say ye wini bet de cry ye koyi sikare kwa na ye ya adentina wo say boy etumi struggle e pay me e check gate e check me e ye den nyina e wini game na we di 1,500 no so be yiska no because ko iske osuro be di sike nyina adentina wo say ye adwuma say na yakoma ye ya adentina wo say boys akoma ye omo ya mato me chacha me di mi sika na me kwakwa mi sika so me yamu hyehyeme adentina because wo Bawumia wo the taxes abeto so yi tax no so ansa na yakoto aba wo say twen to aba ma me wie na ju say ye mole ana enti ano ne problem na de bia me kan ho asem che Ghana for say boys ne twen o meto atia Bawumia ne MPP because Mahama say ono Mahama no oba obeden oba obe make sure say obeyi sa betting tax de fro umpe eno ene e behwe ho e de to aba wedwa ehia ye Mahamudu Bawumia ye de Ghana nyina no sa Ghana fo a mosimu ye Christopher o Ghana ye ka se trumutumu asem ya ba anti LGBTQ asem we na ekufu ado tam ye na odokoto Supreme Court and a Supreme Court for nim se pese ekufuado anase ekufuado pese obesanti Madam Tokonu a ode Bible so ese oye Kristo ni no ono so gyeto ho na nsia na Sam George any Ghana for nyina kom ho bom se adentina Supreme Court age asem na chewa pese bedi ni ntam ma ekufuado assign aka 57 days ni akoto aba mamenka bibi kire Ghana for sa case where the Supreme Court no e deliberate ena Madam Tokonu keep case no ho. There is no way a Madam Tokonu ebedi asem we wie ama ekufuado ne nsa hyase ansane atoaba omunye because omo support Bawumia campaign no a omo ensa ehye Bawumia campaign mo omo manisika no omo Europe omo ye trumu fo a sebio omo etia se Bawumia ene ekufuado be sign enti sa trumu asem ya eda Ghana no sa wadwiri o se na nado danko ekufuado ne Bawumia e de omo nsa be hyase a ene de kire wo no wo hwehwe wadwiri mu Madam Tokonu ene ekufuado ene eye adwuma we omo ya omo adwene se enya de a ekufuado ne Bawumia tesu nko ade ombema omo de omo nsa hye krata na se ene ntina sa asem we eda Supreme Court asem we ada ho months na nsia demonstration by omo se oh next week e be sa hwe Madam Tokonu boa the Chief Justice of Ghana ono na air cover up ekufuado nkwasi asem we me na me ka kire na nado danko ekufuado the Chief Justice Madam Tokonu no ono eneme ekufuado edi sankwasi asem we because sanka Madam Tokonu asem we opese anka President ekufuado etu nwa na mowa anka day na asem we ba akodun ko be ka asem we ma na fi ho but afenyo makin enema the last guy ye dwuma ma afenyo makin Gabi ene afenyo makin ene the last guy call law school e wo UK obi di se obi afenyo makin ne Gabi ene de call law school e na we wie enti the last guy na odi asem ne call no oye adwuma ma afenyo makin omo ne ka se onfa nko efiri se ekufuado ka che Madam Tokonu se omo pese omo de asem no ebeto wo se ne be ya NDC fo ne Ghana fo ene Christopher mo Ghana entumi hye ne se on sign enti omo ka asem ne wie na wo se ekufuado ne nsa hye ase no ena so the last guy oye adwuma ma afenyo makin the case na ko Supreme Court case ni ko da wona Madam Tokonu to twene ye ena so processing process it asem no nyoma bebre ho a wo say cancer na ya asem no Madam Tokonu is the person behind the delay of this case memma wadwini nko bebia ono na protect ekufuado ne Bawumia. And I'm going to tell you, Madam Tokonu is not going to finish this case before election 2024 on yet because this case it can end next week. When him say Nana the Dan Kufuado, your witchcraft anti-witchcraft bill was a then edanim. Say unfan and san shasie, send a beya or babia ni Ghana, a bit to my boni beye, abon a sin buekuno, ever seen the Kufuado fan and chance, then san shasie. Bawumia nim, Rebecca Kufuado nim, Samira Bawumia Wi-Fi or Nusinim, Omunina said no, we not the crow. If we say, or ne a software be akasama software seme mane nye. Intende for almost 5 months Sosu a champion in this bill say apart from anti-LGBTQ bill now Ekufuado fan and Sanshas no almost sad another bill come Ekufuado say yes say bebo obi be ye Ghana ye be ko ba bi because obi say oyebe ifo sofu bi say oyebe ifo no Ekufuado fa on sashe kratase Parliament ajatum fa on sasha ase ne be ye mra se sofu bi ani Ghana nipa bi ani Ghana konfo bi ani Ghana obetuma bo oba be yie ma ade be kye no yakosi ne bo ana bibi Ekufuado se onye ebe si ne kwasi afo so mushi National Cathedral moa kwasi afo so mushi National Cathedral ye ma amenom ye na nanom a enkofo bi fa kuti kwan so eku omo esi omo abo ye se fa wonsa hye krata ase na se ne be ya sofo kwasi ampanyi bi sofo kwasi ampanyi di se kusi bo atintumi nsi enka so obi ye beifo e ma ne banko boni tuo no e be si ne ene saa emra we Ekufuado se on sign da et Ghana asofo okrom ha ye se Ekufuado enkosi cathedral kwasi awe enkosi cathedral basic things also ye ma Ghana ni enya ne fa wodie no na do danko Ekufuado se onye into my main country of Ghana for all that they are going to do, they will be speaking English. Ochina obeko news for anom tete wo brofo akese omoboa Samson ayenini ono na ye eyedien multimedia for lawyer Kennedy Japan ka say ko sitwum multimedia wura no cocaine deal no ye no DC multimedia omka so mo ko tegozi sen oboa Samson ayenini ono na release letter say Kennedy Japan say eye multimedia owner no or a criminal or a drugs ono no DC multimedia no Samson ayenini ancho letter be kan chem say or the Kennedy Japan multimedia the Kennedy Japan court say Kennedy retract here e dey see Samson ayenini ono a businessman o Samson ayenini time and ka say be or the judges or Ghana eye omo declare omo assets one na omo lawyer Samson ayenini he works for the devil o Sir, show no tesono. He is not there to please you. He is there to make sure say agenda by politicians no is fulfilled. That's all. Mumusa yenini say that court case no Kennedy omnene court and say multimedia was built out of illegal criminal money. Eye cocaine money no ekosi sen. Ochina halitot is babe TV so bode num and Samson's take and enkwasi asem nko a omo nyina yefuo. Me say Ankenya Ghana, Ankame who say Obi a Saturday morning TV host, Otumi winning journalist of the year, Ghana. Minkomi who be that. Say Ankenya Ghana, Ankame who say Obi to me better TV so Saturday, 3 hours. Efa newspaper headlines. Ebusanko for say, what do you think? What do you think? What's your take? Please let him hold on. Let him wait. Please hang in there. Oh, just land. Oh, 2 minutes. Otumi sa ebe winning journalist of the year. Mo Jimmy Yegu Ghana ho. DJ and one di mana say Samson you dey we to TV so Saturday at Opebia bare 4 hours the oya say the dailies are saying that galamsey is a menace now and TUC has withdrawn. Also we'll be talking about how the Catholic Church in Accra demonstrated peacefully against galamsey. We'll also be looking at the president and why he has not met the press. Odana Hoba will say so what is your take? What you make of that? So are you thinking that he made the right statement or not? Okay, I'll let you land. I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll do a turnaround in 2 minutes. We'll be back. But now yes, idea we are. Ideas you read I feel yes when the best journalist. Yeah, mwana. Yeah, Jimmy, you need me answer. How can Samson become journalist of the year by doing this? And they are real journalists on the ground. Doing real job because Kwasia with TV so adenya or hosting news file. Any fool can host news file. You don't need a lot to host news file because the people sitting on news file they all have their stance. So what work do you need to do? See, I can't say MPP niba, I can't say NDC niba. They already have their stance. You know, you have met them. You know what they think. So what is so extraordinary about you halitosis sitting there and saying, please, 2 minutes, don't interject, please, I'll be back, commercial break, my take. What makes you a journalist to win Journalist of the Year? Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, we give, you see, we give things to people on silver platters until they feel said they are so exceptional. Until we have allowed dumb people to be leading our discourse. Yeah. There are a lot of dumb people in Ghana leading very important discourse because we basically give people who don't deserve things. Why would any white man say Samson Aini is the best journalist in Ghana? What has Samson done as a journalist? Does he even see himself as a journalist? That's the question you ask yourself. Does he see himself as a journalist? No. So why do you underestimate the young journalists and the hardworking ones? They have actually come out, they have actually made people understand this is what we do. Then you take what they deserve from them and give it to some halitosis adequate. And we sit in Ghana and we entertain nonsense. News file. Hold on, please land. I'll give you 2 minutes. I have my take, it's coming up. Oh no, the president, please retract. Please, that is a personal attack. We know that you yes, Mr. Marco, please, he's talking. Don't interject. You know what? The NDC said this and the MPP said this. Please, we want to know. You are from the NDC camp. What do you? Oh, please, 4 hours. They are pong. Saan kwasa somewhere 4 hours. They are pong. Adenya you be show. Hey, necessarily with the question be to my. And the last time, with all due respect to Abeku Santana Monia Dade, Adia F4 when it comes to radio, near air easy power air drive time. With all due respect to drive time DJs, and I would say with all due respect to Abeku Santana, you don't need extraordinary, exceptional skill to be a drive time DJ. And to me, who will be a DJ or a drive time DJ, I'm saying, your job can be taken over by a hawker. Obia or Tom could do 2 minutes when he's given that opportunity. What is drive time? And when sometimes when you go to Ghana, you see drive time DJs drive time. Just play the song and speak on the things they've written for you. Their commercials, you read them. Motivation speaker, it's the motivational words no phone. So today you're still listening to we are live here. It's 4:15. You are in your cars listening to me right now this evening in Ghana. I know the traffic is hectic. Today, my motivation to you is that live once. Be good. God has been with you. Dedication to work is always good. Remember, when you are tired, do not give up. My name is Kwamena Benson. I'm going to be with you for the next 2 hours on this drive time. The ladies will be joining me in about 45 minutes. We're going to discuss relationship. You are still live here. Don't dial. I'll be here with you after this short break. We back. Sound kwasi asem O fui bia o secondary school betu abaye. Drive time DJs nedwa. I'm KKD. When mo ejuma F4 we are still drive time DJ. Obia betu my drive time DJ. It me won't be no drive time DJ or Ghana no page say hey bro once na ochina you bet my dey obi oton wa cha be show position no enye dwume bia. Kwamena Benson is back. I know you're enjoying this afternoon show. This one's coming from Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. You know what Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston what it went through. I can read a little bit of. I can tell you a story of what would be and would be Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. Bobby Brown was born in Washington DC and is an artist. How near to me idea where would you want to in two battery for that we are bombing you say you bring what say when kwame amwako ata me and you bring better tata de wakofie eya mo ama bre driver for mate for ye ma me no makọ kwanso you bring die damase say magye emre amutie and then you bring a kwanso George de be nante na Ghana nsem bebre koso ewiem aye se na hu ni sen me na maba na matena se me ne eye me producer Kwame Alanta ono na be hye nyoma no ma enyumbre ne say onyame de owo ma wo no ode be ma wo mema wakoma enhihim da otwedi ampo Kwame ne nim de wo pe enyumbre nyame anto nsem a so tia se ochina wo so wo de beba and then enyumbre wo be ka me ho e wo drive time we so e wo 99.7 me say enyumbre and then enyumbre onyame e be kire me na obi anime radio so chia me eye me Kwame Alanta me ne eye me producer ye beba tie anwum wei efri eye Jojara ono eneka say sogoli oname memtiem muntie me mesaba sisia we efi Jojara ho no ada no no akwa ba we di odim radio ejuma we obaba akpe yedam ase omo so yasenen edutumwa test oba Kwame boot lefty and boutique so ho akrachefo alanta ema etotia omo so sponsor ye and anyway omo nyina na ebo yechidoma san kwasa keka we ya na 6 hours that's my best they go ye trim nyomegu ye trim no ye kase ye kan nyina ene say ye factory o omo ya drive tab ko oh I'm going to be bibia. Oh. Rastaman Toba Stoka Botany. Eh, Mamma Chawadi, Andra, Electoral Commission for one Simbi, or Mommy and Kind was some kakra. Andra, I catch up Electoral Commission. I over to Mikasa into more Mutiamino and then you break dear minimum energy mutata and Makotama. One more time, Mam will be done so man. A more Munamo, a year Bubuashi, Ecosi, a year Kaukudi, and you bring me, Kwame Ananta, men and I'm war a piece. So a drive time with your minimum and the better train. And Mano Elwan, I won't see me. Me say me be try waba na de ebano e de ede ye ko echi kakra book back and me de eje mutata yeah book back is back again you can buckle yeah you can buckle yeah you can buckle say book back your body buckle and man no asaba me say there's a drive time na wuti enkwasi asem say masa Mama nipa nye steady and some be catch we nyina mo carry abegu we Monday on ba bewu Kevin Taylor kwasi oto odwe se djuma de djuma fun ada mu ye drive time moto ntam na de Kevin Taylor just ye djimi edjuma ye edjuma ketwa oto no kaka kwasi me se mo betena so a aya na mu de bentua atua ma na enye djuma ya na me ya mamu me boa mo drive time ai kwasi asabo gwa na mo memfa ECD we enwom ne empon I will let them breathe. Drive time for I'm a bomb fucking. Wait a minute, do be to me catch us a drive time and a full radio so I did funny drive time. And will be a new drive time. I want you to be a momo or can I not tunchen or can I not tunchen? You better try once up drive time. Mummy and your show no. Printing notices of poll begins today, not ballot papers. Easy, Andra number catcher say. Omo release statement catch Ghana for so omo be print ballot papers any notices of poll. Andrew Adiachia Electoral Commission led by Bayfo Jane Mensa only Jimmy boss Masari say yes I no mo kan ye na to see an brofo no easy for no try omo te brofo no see different from ye so sibia ye read brofo no ti ase ana because I don't get it easy na Andrew omo release statement catch Ghana for say they are going to print notices of poll and ballot papers. Now, Ghana for the NDC for a resi issue say register no a professional register mpo a verify we and be final register. Then na would statement about bonten say ko print ballot papers. And then no easy by ya almost ye jiminti. They want to come and tell us say NDC for some na omo kano any Ghana for some omo can say omo person omo bokro no ye boa na brofo na omo kire ye no ye ne entiase. Now mamen kan easy for den omo ankasa statement omo release ye enra me wi na me ready omo statement a omo release no ende na afi mo hu say easy for no mo jimi ana say ye ne mom na e bia brofo na omo kan ye entiase enra statement a easy release ye enie almost say, and the date now on air 9th. Now, request for party agents for printing of notices of poll and ballot paper. Statement is releasing Andrano asema na ewo ne caption no eno no. Almost say request for party agents for the printing of notice of poll, and ballot papers. Almost say a party ankura party no omuntu ayeden omonim si anansi fo mra na omo bedi dwuma bi a eye den omo be printing printing no, two types of printing. On by notice of poll printing, and on by ballot paper printing. Head no, and then easy to buy you. A chair Jemensa not torn. On a boss man Jimmy no, brofun on mokano. Omo ti omo kwa dia se, and yes, yet and kwa dias. Now, mommy and kind end statement. No. Or say, I bring you warm greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. This comes to inform you that the commission will commence. This comes to inform you that the commission will commence printing of notice of poll and ballot papers for the 2024 general elections from Friday the 11th at the following printing houses. Almost say, krata we yomode Ghana for any political parties in Ghana say. Aya Electoral Commission say, omo ba be commence, brodika se commence, ye ba be start ya printing. Into omo in party bia say, omo representatives beba. Na omo printing, commence printing. Or see omo be start say omo printing notice of poll. Any ballot papers. And omo ka say, omo be start no eye ene. Eye anopa tututu eye dey. And the number started a print a papers, no notice of poll and ballot papers. And na omodi a year locations and a printing press are omokoya printing in a shares. And then a Ghana for including NDC forecast say Adentina would declare tabaka just obey printed of polling notice of polls and ballot papers. Because Ngaka said notice of poll there yet but also notice of poll and ballot papers. And you did not say on Friday and 22nd. Then we will not say dates respectively, no, they connect to each other. And it's not say amount for which short statement. Now say I did be no person different dates. Try normally different dates about no what say this one corresponds with this. This corresponds with this. Into try. Then sometimes no the bibia show what say Friday DNA 27th DNA. But who the letter by and also Friday you start commence. You commence printing. Meaning notice of poll and ballot papers. And one no. And that easy for any Jemensa say a seminar Ghana for can yenya bodam. And yes, sir, and na omoka. In fact, before I may read the omo release and then I did chienda no pa omoka chere say a paper now mobile printing because of spelling mistakes won't confuse dimunti yenyan crampo the ever printing yenyan printing. But before we go, we come back to this no. And the omo release another statement trying to let us think say ye Jimmy. Now, mummy read the end the statement, no. Printing of 2024 presidential and parliamentary election ballot papers. Oh, say end the caption now the buy no. A different from Endra caption no. She's deceitful on Kanokre. Endra no. The caption no yet printing of notice of poll and ballot papers. And there are still printing of 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections ballot papers. Now, the Electoral Commission has taken note of some statements in the public domain to the effect that the Commission has not provided ballot statistics ahead of the printing of the ballot papers for the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections. We would like to assure the general public that printing of ballot papers has not commenced. Almost say, almost 30% Kofoka say, easy no, emfa, almost final register by. In fact, provisional register crowd, yendinka, yenwe and concluded the womb. Almost say what person catch Ghana for say. Almost kasa asem say, adentina easy emfa final register number no, oba print a ballot papers no, or say, or person catch them Ghana for say, Jane Mensa easy no. Almost started so be print a ballot papers and the Friday. But let me read it here. On one a catcher say, a poll notice of poll, any ballot papers, they will start commence. It will commence. When it comes to commence, you be shas if you that we are printing in here. Do you understand? Now, all code and or say printing of notice of poll for the 2024 presidential and parliamentary election, however, begins on Friday, 11th October 2024. So, if you know that the printing of poll was only the ones we were talking about, why didn't you release a statement and say yesterday, say, the printing of notice of poll is what we will be printing from tomorrow? Then people will know that the agenda is printing of notice of poll. That's all. Now, the Jemensa episode catch them on say, it say, or your headmistress. Now after PTA meeting, now in the letter now or the invited a parent biano, watch room say we are inviting you to come to the PTA meeting, and it's got to do with your son. What we'll be discussing at this meeting or on the agenda will be 1, the welfare of your child. 2, the academic performance of your child this term. See, the welfare of your child and the academic performance of your child this year. Now remember, you be a school no 82 days per. You're starting children. Yeah, down clinic school in Koranako. This is the second day, and watch your letter. So Obiambra PTA. Now parents never PTA now. Now Omokachi will say, but madam, these 2 things on the menu are also about discussing. We don't understand the say your kids' academic performance this term. If you say the term has not even started, we can only see the performance of our kids after we get to see the cumulative record. Work on my year, homeworks on my year, activities on my year, teachers now almost show mono to me a compile and sana you to me are discussing the academic performance of our kids. So you could have just said the discussion or the whatever we are going to discuss, it's going to be about the welfare of the children, so that we will know say yeah bano it is about welfare. But parents madam, the menu now we don't agree to the second one because we need to have or see some work done before we can discuss the academic performance of the kids this term. The term has not started. Today is the first day you open school. What's the PTA meeting? On your letter, so we'll say students' welfare and academic performance this term. The kids have not even written. Teacher Nibian class. Into the teacher, the parents have the right to question you to say, why didn't you just say the welfare of the kids? Because if you are talking about academic performance of our kids this term, that it means we are coming for you to open the cumulative record, our kids, how they have performed over the years, the assignment this term. To me, Jemensa catch them say, even though Ochro said and they mean the same thing, do not say Adena Ochro, she meant to say it was about the 2 things. It was just about the welfare of the child. And none of Jemensa epesemotiasie with Jimmy. At the end of the day, Jemensa wasn't qualified for this job. In the first place, Jemensa na an EC boss na a decision because a knee-jerk decision. They needed somebody to replace Charlotte say. Time about power no into then Sufayekufu, the Chief Justice then etna say we need to find a way to kick Jemensa out. Not among your preparations, not among who obia or you're competent enough to replace Charlotte say. But now agenda ni say we need to get rid of Charlotte say. Until they did not care. So when Jemensa name came up that she's related to Rebecca Kufuno, that is when they said, oh, now so we Juma Emma Edian a young Kofo, we come and do the job. And this end easier. The most experienced workers are more easy in your more resigning. Jemensa cannot work with them because Jemensa does not understand a Jumano. So all that you are seeing, also call IPAC no. Sa Aquano say or EC IT director no, he is a problem EC. And they know only EC workers no more EC and didn't come. that IT director no on na cause a lot of chaos for the EC. Because that J Mensah was relying on that guy to do a job by able to be saved, but the guy rather came to mess up the whole system. And it's out share IPAC very well. Everything that NDC can or IPAC, the guy did not say it hasn't been done, it is not being worked on. You could hear his answers, you know, and say, I say a continuous statement. Oh, we are working on it. We are working on it. That is admittance. So what here EC IT director now, or yes, our presentation now. So what here the bro from every single statement we are saying we are working on it, meaning the problem is there, and they have not been able to come to a final conclusion whether they have solved it or not. It is J Mensah, no, they put J Mensah there because now they needed somebody to fill the gap. J Mensah does not know the job. Eh? When you go to EC, unrespectful BR, and nobody's willing to work with her. Me, I have about 3 sources EC, only a penny for. And when they are telling you, also this woman is not qualified for this job. She does not understand. Only human relations. Okona J Mensah didn't penny for more experience at Tema. Ask yourself, Mumusa EC say, how many people have resigned under J Mensah? You'll be shocked. That is why she's struggling to get experienced EC directors to help her work. Because remember, Omomo EC wano, uyi srebu awaye juma o EC kakra. Obi to say a year bossman, he has no idea about ECU. J Mensah too is greenhorn. She knows nothing about EC. They are there, they are filling political positions. And J Mensah in 2020 was calling about 8 election results because they don't know what they were doing and they still don't know. Into your register there, see, I can see a beer register and they are still trying to stop a forensic audit. Even NDC forces their own forensic auditor. Let us do an internal auditor. All the party representatives will be part. Or still no, because the IT director, no, he has fucked the system up. Because I want forensic audit, an independent auditor, I didn't know one case auditor, IT director, no. Why say NDC for say and my political parties in or IT directors, Emra, na any audit, no, or sister, and so no, because the IT director, no, were messy is up. And they know that the numbers they have, 2020, they slot in a lot of names and numbers. J Mensah, when you go to the Electoral Commission, nobody works with her. I can tell you on authority. Okora J Mensah didn't go for them. The disrespect. And her problem is that when you question her about her work, because anytime the workers there who have been there for 15 years, before during Afrojan's time, the people who know the down job, because they know the job, question and she knows say Boss Masari will lick her butt. And into the piano, na Boss Masari didn't question. Said, Mama can't show this register. Yenya whole problem. Yinana ye can't want some. The whole problem, you see, registering your credible. Nina was when sa IT director we. Boston Asari, any J Mensah can say, yeah, registration our district office. That is when the whole register messed up. That is all. Ghana electoral register there, we cannot get a credible register. It was when J Mensah, on the IT director and a bossman, it decided say, the registration will be done at the electoral district offices. Because now, what is happening is say there are so many people registration the district officers linked them to different polling stations, because you see when you sit at the district office you cannot know all the polling stations at Chalk. You would not know it. And to make it easy, you bring the registration to the polling station, because we are district officer now district office now ofi ankamu na ebia obegina wanim na okaje so meto abawo ankamu LA abra oto abawo ankamu LA 2 so wo de nipa no koto ankamu LA you have messed up the register. And that is the inconsistencies in the register. They don't want the NDC to expose them on election day. So many people will go to their polling station because they were saying right now, if you want to do what? If you want to rectify the problem, I go online. I'm not sure how dangerous that is. I'm not sure. If somebody lives in Kumasi, now the polling station, Bamboy, now oti Kumasi as a policeman, a teacher, and as a driver, now say oko online, now say oko checking who say, Sebio, Nidi any registered moi. The EC is saying say that person should go to your polling station to go and rectify the problem. It was said the panel to Bantamano. Ojai ne Juma. Na Osako Bamboy. Na Oko district office wo, Onko police station wo, Oko district office wo. No go catch district office for say Oba online no. Na opesa oya corrections no. I directly say Ombra. Now, if you had allowed people to go to their polling stations, you wouldn't get this problem. And that issue didn't say, oh, the verification can be done online and offline. The issue is the register is fucked up. Jane Mensah is incompetent. She does not know the job. Ura is here. I am almost reno. The workers almost reno. Omoko meeting, they could say this woman is empty. They know she cannot do the job. They know say Jane Mensah is not qualified to be given that position, but a politics. A politics. Into politics, na Jane Mensah bedru ha. It is a who study omo problem ah. Omo problem na say sa is way the day they decided to let people go to district offices instead of police stations, and then the cofa the problem in Abayan. This IT director. So Obi called district officer. So many people who go to the police station on election day. But Sanko Fobeka just but your name is in the system. Because the name is in the system, because you did not assign the person to their rightful police station, you will see say their name is in the system, but they'll be moved to another police station, into a police station A. Now or the same area, no police station C. Into obedient the police station, Yabaka said him, but the verification, he didn't register him. How are you going to solve that problem? Because now the place that he has to vote, it has changed. And that is one thing I am fully be a catcher Jane Mensah said, do not do that. Because and you'll be free Krasibia, no district office or the police station. But at least Obi Obeko the police station, be said the police station ni. In this one say there was an offline on Sana IT director Nekasano. They know me iPack no or see when they moved the data from the district office to the main office, there was some data loss. No, it was because the whole thing was corrupted. It was corrupted because people's information were taken to other people. They were interchanged. And it is not their fault because, and I'm talking about the people who came to do the registration, because Senipana or district officer, you expect that person to know every police station and what star district. How is he going to do? Every police station and what star constituency. How is he going to? He's not going to know. So what prevented Jane Mensah from allowing people to do the registration at the police station? They are stupid. They are foolish. The register is a mess. There are so many people who will be disenfranchised on election day. I'm telling you. And this is going to happen, and that is how the chaos is going to start. Mr. P, where am I getting this? My team said they are waiting to send me a video to play to you guys. On election day, you will see a lot of confusion. There will be a lot of people who will be going to vote thinking their name is in there. They will not find their name at their polling station. Because, Kevin Taylor, your name is here, but it shows it's a polling station kill. So that time, what we do polling station A, I got 10 minutes near closing. How are you going to vote? Now, do you understand? Jane Mensah is dangerous. Our democracy fell apart the day Jane Mensah can say Yanko district offices and registration. That was the end of our democracy. And that IT director, when they go to meeting, they know he has fucked up. They know. That guy, they know about IPAC, he came to defend his lies. He didn't come to tell you the truth. Because who stated the statement, everything was future continuous. Oh, we are doing it. Oh, we are correcting it. He was never emphatic on what they have done. And still, the NDC said it's a own forensic auditor. My any party representatives, IT for them, just no. You know why? Because the problem then is bigger. And Jane Mensah person come print ballot papers before the provisional results and the final register. Because somebody say the provisional register the background, you will see crazy inconsistencies in the result. Then I'll catch them and say, you want to do printing today. Sorry. Easy. And then I catch him say, you want to do what we call printing today. Now, what I catch them say, oh, printing numbers, so I didn't try. There are errors in some spelling, party symbols caused by delay in notice of polling printing. Into notice of polling printing, so what preparation did you do? What work did you do at the back to be able to notice, to know, say, you can do the printing? Because all these fundamentals are supposed to be sorted before you can even say, I'm going to print. You cannot just pick data and say, I'm going to print. You need to look at the data. You need to make sure you have cleaned the data up. You need to make sure it is consistent, it is right. So when I say, Jumana, final day, I will say, you're printing. Obekache say, we cannot print because there are errors. Jane Mensa is a fucked up shit. Apollo kwasi otuwe ade we onti ase 99% of ekuadonko san kwasi form to 99% they don't understand what this guy is lying. Asema kwa we can is a fucking lie. He was telling you people they have failed. Because if you went out there to do registration, now catch them say people were placed in the wrong polling station, then it means we have a problem. Now what caused it? It is because you did the registration at the district office. Because if I come to my polling station to do my registration, you cannot place me in another polling station because every polling station is unique. But when I come to the district office, the officer sitting there will have to ask me. And if he's not even going to ask me, the system that he's using can corrupt and he can send me somewhere. So to cut all these inconveniences, all that we were supposed to do was to make people walk to their police station and register and move. Why didn't we do that? He is the problem. Me, what 3 sources were easing him. They be Kevin, I swear to God, the ABC or Ghana and money idea. And Jane Mensa is a terrible person. On the bossman, they have no idea about elections. Because from the beginning, the idea didn't say, so it did not matter. So a gentleman knew, so a Jimmy Fo, so a one as far as that person can do our bidding, put the person there, anything you want. Because you cannot tell me, say, yet you acquire registration, then you, the EC, you are telling me, say, people were placed. Who placed the people in wrong polling stations? You placed the people in wrong polling stations because you did not register the people at their rightful polling station. If you had registered the person at the polling station where they vote, you would not place the person in the wrong polling station. And the issue is, nobody said that we cannot do that. There was no law banning us from doing that. There was nothing stopping us from registering people from the polling station. So what actually made these people take that decision?
You can only be on one list at a particular point in time. You can't be on both.
He's lying. You are the same person saying, say, there were people placed on a multiple list, placed on another list, and you are turning around to tell us, say, you can only be on one list. How did people get on a multiple list, provisional list? The people messed the whole election up. It is no more a joke. And sometimes when we sit here and we speak, he knows nothing. Me say, koheka bia de amakwase we odem. Kohwe ema odi omuchi. Kohwe nkwase dan bia sika bia onya ade so ye ECIT director onim hwe. Because onim se kuadonko ejimi. Onim se apalu ejimi. JFK ejimi. Onim se nkofo sankofo bodi no 90% obejimi. So oba the also ya ade say okeka nkwase abrofo NDC objective person NDC there. Kwame obi te say odike kwase we. Your friend saying Apalu, you're too about only 200 votes for Ghana. 5,000 votes go be that. It's either a Kwasia way to be IPAC decide my Equiadongo. Me say Apalu Kwasia on way. You're too about Manina 10,000 in put that. You're too about Gamanina Nipa 5,000 to Abamana. Kwasia way to IPAC is oh decide ya mameneo. Ni who fee way.